Yo, what's up, man? It's Free Game All Day, man. You know what it is, man. Like, subscribe my channel, hit that like button, man. Hey, listen, this is a special edition. I got my uncle from out of town in the car with me from Detroit, man. Detroit.
All right.
Detroit is all I've been hearing about is Detroit, man. I've been hearing that's it. That's all I've been. I didn't get the whole rundown about what's going on in Detroit. So if anybody from Detroit watching this channel, man, hey, shout out to y'all, man. This is y'all biggest fan, right here. He went up to Detroit and got turned out up there from Alabama. But anyway, man, listen, like, the point of this video is that I just want to kind of put this out there, like, a little bit, man. So, you know, I've made a video about, you know, people having babies with married men, you know. And I think all of this comes from, like, what the mentality is. Like, a lot of times, like, I think that there's some people that, you know, they obviously look at it like, oh, you know, if you create the baby, you know, you gotta take care of it, which I totally get it, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, there's a lot of women with malicious intent, and their whole goal is to have this child and to be, get something back for having this child. And knowing good well they're not gonna be with the person that they're having a child with. They don't care. You know, they just, that's their meal ticket. That's what they want to do. So at the end of the day, man, I think that as a prideful woman, there comes a point to where, like, you know, you look back on certain things, and, you know, that has to have a stopping point. You know, if you don't have no dealings with the father, and y'all were like that from the beginning, you know, it just ain't no, you know, like, it's a slip up or whatever the fuck. You know, I just think that overall, like, there should be some point of, like, letting it go. You know, like, letting go of the situation, moving on in life, you know, the betterment for yourself. Behind, like, chasing, looking, searching, trying to squeeze something out of a situation that's been dead. You know, I think that, now, of course, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm not saying that a father shouldn't take care of his child. I'm not saying that at all. I don't want nobody to get that mixed up. But what I'm saying is, I've seen women who, you know, been in situations and they just moved on and thrive, you know, without the father being in their life, and they're just with their decision, you know. Is anybody right or wrong? I mean, maybe I've seen situations where they got with dudes and the dudes didn't want them to deal with the man no more. You know what I'm saying? And that don't make him a deadbeat father. That means that she made a sound decision to move on with her life. And there's some women that's like that, but then there's some women that don't have enough value to themselves, or haven't created enough value to themselves because they too busy sitting around and waiting on another nigga to do something for them. You know, they don't have that abundance mindset to move on in life like that. They still stuck on what transpired in the past. If you get locked up, any setback in life, anything that, you know, you come across, there's two different type of people in this world. It's some people that be like, you know, fuck it, I'm finna go and move forward and try to make the best out of my situation I can. And there's some people who are just stuck, and they can't get over that situation of being let down, disappointment, or it didn't go the way they wanted to go. You know, you have to, like, be able to move forward with whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? If you lose a job, if you get hurt, you know, like, I mean, just anything that causes you to where it brings a setback on your life, you have to have the mentality to move forward. You can't keep looking back. Because if you look back, you're going to be living in the past. That's where you're going to be at. You know, there's no other way around that. So it's hard for me to understand how some women don't know how to move on. Like, they just don't know how to do it. Like, I mean, you know, it's like, you see it every day when, like, you know, let's say there's a man in the club, right, and he hollering at a woman, and the woman, you know, she just ain't giving him no rhythm. She don't want to give him the number or whatever, and he just stuck on this one woman all night. He been shooting all night. You know, you can't be like that. You got to move on for the rest of the night. Enjoy your night. You know, you got to move on in life with certain situations and enjoy your life. Like, you got to just move past this shit. So at the end of the day, I don't see how some people are just so stuck on what somebody else doing or what somebody else got, and they don't know how to let go. You know, they can let go long as it's something falling in their favor, but if they feel like it ain't falling in their favor, then it's hard for them to let it go. You just can't have that mentality, man, of being like that. Like, I promise you, like, it's never gonna get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You have certain shit, you gotta just let it go, move forward, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But trying to, like, squeeze some shit out of a situation, like, you know what I'm saying? You'll fuck around and you look up, and let's say, for example, like, a person like 40, it's just like a lawsuit, right? Like a person like 40, you'll fuck around and that shit will consume so much time in your life where you trying to get justice served and all of that shit. You can't move past it because you feel like you're being fucked over. To where, like, now you look up and some 8 years went by and you still trying your best to get whatever it is out of that situation that's been gone, been gone by. You know what I'm saying? But you feel like you need to be justified by it. Man, move on with your life. That's all you got to do, is move on with your life, man. And I guarantee you, it's more opportunities out there for you or anybody else who just decide to try to just move forward. Like, that's just the give and take with that, And it ain't no law. You got to be able to swallow that. You got to be able to eat that. You got to be able to kind of just blow that off, because it just ain't going to flourish the way you want it to flourish. So, hopefully, man, somebody can understand where I'm coming from with this point of view. But it's all love, man. Free game all day, man. Hit that like button, man. Y'all be easy.